Andante, and you see I've done it here. I'm doing border tangles because I'm writing in a journal and I have edges along, spaces along the side that I can tangle. And so it's, you know, I've just been looking for, and this is by Lily Moon also. And so I'm going to do it on this long bookmark. And we just start out by putting in a curved line. We're just going to do a wavy line. And it's pretty big waves all the way up. And I like to hold it so that it goes horizontally for me, because then I can make the other parts a little easier. So now I'm going to take this first hump that goes up, and if yours goes the other way, then if yours comes down, you want to draw from one direction. If it goes up, you want to come from another direction. So I'm thinking I'm coming around, and then I'm going to finish my spiral. And I like to put a little weighted edge on it, and I call that like my comma. You can put a little period, but I use a comma. So then the next one's going to come from the other direction, and then I put my little weighted, and then this one's going to come from this direction, and then they alternate, and you can see my my spirals kind of change sizes too. They're not the same, but that's what I love about Zentangle, is that no two things are the same. It's got that unique look. So I have all my little spirals. Now I'm going to come back and I'm going to change it so that it goes vertically. And then I'm going to draw from the upper part of this spiral, so I can just see the spiral, the upper part, and I'm going to make a curved line that goes down into that next spiral. It kind of makes a cornucopia shape, and we're going to do that on all of these. I probably shouldn't have put that one, so now I'm going to have to see what I'm going to do to fix that on that end. But I'll be able to, because there's no mistake in Zentangle, only opportunity. And now I'm going to come back, and that cornucopia shape I'm going to stripe. I'm just going to stripe it off, alternating back and forth. We'll see how I fix that at the end. It will turn out. And now I'm going to come back and I'm going to color these in. And I want to color in starting at the top of the cornucopia. You don't want to start at the bottom, because you want to make sure you have a black line at the very top, and then skip a line. And I leave that little sparkle wherever I can. And then you can see how that finishes that off. And this really makes drama on this particular tangle. And I don't always end up to have the same amount. Let me scan in a little so you can see what I'm doing. There won't always be the same amount. See, I had 5 here, 3, 3, 3. Sometimes I get more little spaces. And I want to leave that, and I've said this several times, that you want to leave that little space jagged. And see, I really only had 2, but I can make one more little space and darken it in, and it finishes it off. Sometimes I'll have 4, but if I always start at the top, I come out right. because if I were to start at the bottom of it, I may not come out the way I want it to be. I may not come out with this one filled in, and it wouldn't be good if this one was white. It just would not look balanced. Okay, now I have all of those little cornucopias done. Now I'm going to come back and I'm going to put a triangle shape or shape in this space. So I'm just going to echo, and I'm never sure what the shape is going to be, but I just want to add a shape, and sometimes it's better for me if I do it going vertically. My idea is to just get a triangular shape, but sometimes I get these different shapes that have created in that space. But I'm just echoing what I've done there, and then I can come back and do another space in there, and I'm going to fill those in. That one had double. I'm going to blacken those in because I want that drama to continue. So I'm going to blacken all of those in, just aura or echo that space, and then blacken it in. And where I've got these kind of weird shapes, I'm just going to put 2. And I will come back and darken in all of those. Now I just want to show you what I've got. I've got an ending line right here on the end. I need to darken those in so they're all filled in. Kind of an end. And so I'm going to bring that down and give it just a little comma on the end to finish it off. Fill in all of that. And I'm going to look up here and I'm going to do this same thing here. Because it ended kind of odd for me. So that way it has an ending. And I notice that it kind of gets smaller as it goes up, but that's just kind of how the drawing went. Now I'm just going to fill in these. And you can see that I shaded on the outside of these two. But this time, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to just shade on the inside. We'll see what that looks like of my little spiral that I had there. I take my shading stump and shade it, and I like that. I like how that is working, and I'm going to go ahead and color in these. And when I use the 01 pen, I have to make sure I hold a very light touch. Do not press hard. You can press that tip right down in. One of my students said her husband took a pair of fingernail clippers and was able to grab a hold of that felt tip and pull hers out. She had bent it. She had pushed so hard, and he was able to pull it out and rescue her pen. So anyone might try that with a pair of fingernail clippers. But there we have Andante And I love how it is a great border tangle. I'm trying to line these up and they don't want to line up. A great border tangle. And it's beautiful. It's got a lot of drama to it. Thanks again for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. New videos on Tuesdays and Thursdays, most weeks. But you know me, sometimes the things just don't work out. So, and thanks again and have a great day.